Chair. My amendment would prohibit paying any federal employee for the time spent not working for the taxpayers, but working for a third party, a labor union. This practice is known as official time. Unlike any other type of third-party organization, labor unions have been granted the privilege of being able to have taxpayer-funded employees do their business on duty time instead of doing the taxpayers' work. Like any other type of private entity, labor unions should pay for their own employees to work for them. The taxpayers should not be picking up the tab for this practice. According to the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, this practice costs taxpayers approximately $156 million per year. That's assuming that the agencies are correctly reporting the amounts spent, and there have been indication that this number actually underreports the total cost. In some instances, we are not talking about just a few minutes here and there for an agency employee who is a union official to confer with management about a workplace issue. Sometimes the agency employee is actually working full-time for the labor union, all the while being paid by the taxpayers for this union work. For instance, the IRS has more than 200 employees working full-time for labor unions. The Veterans Administration has over 250 employees working full-time for labor unions. This at a time when there is a significant backlog of cases to be processed. One of these employees doesn't even work in a VA facility, but instead works remotely from a private office in D.C. The EPA, while not having as many personnel on full-time official time as some agencies, still pays over $1.6 million just for those personnel who are working full-time for their union. Some agencies, such as the Department of Transportation, have numerous employees making over $170,000 per year while working full-time for the union. This is more than almost all federal employees make, higher than the salaries of many Senate-confirmed assistant secretaries. My amendment would not prohibit this practice, but would make certain that the right party pays for this work, the labor union. It's not right to force our taxpayers to pay the bill to subsidize these private organizations any more than it would be right to force them to subsidize other private organizations such as the National Rifle Association or the Sierra Club. Like any business, labor unions should pay the costs for their own employees, not taxpayers. I reserve the balance of my time.